Hello, Mr. Fry's geometry class. I want to take you through the word problems for this conditional probability worksheet. At least do the odd ones. I'd like you to try the even ones on your own and check these out. So for number one, we have Andrea is a very good student. The probability that she studies and passes her mathematics test is 17 out of 20. If the probability that Andrea studies is 15 out of 16, find the probability that Andrea passes her mathematics test given that she has studied. So remember, we have the probability of B and A equals, this is that conditional formula. And it is the probability that A happens, and this is read, that B happens given that A occurred. So the probability of A and B divided by the probability of A. So with that in mind, we would take 17 divided by 20 over the probability of A, that 15 over 16. Just doing that in your calculator, you get 0.9 or 90%, or as a fraction, that would have been 68 over 75. For number three, the probability that Sue will go to Mexico in the winter and to France in the summer is 40%. The probability that she will go to Mexico in the winter is 60%. Find the probability that she will go to France this summer, given that she just returned from her winter vacation in Mexico. So that actually happened. So we're going to take that 40% divided by the 60%, and you get 0.67 or 67%. As a fraction, that is 2/3. And I know you have the answer to this, but you had to show the work. Sorry, I just ate a granola bar. For number four, a penny and a nickel are tossed. Find the probability that the penny shows heads, given that the nickel shows heads. So that would be, half times a half divided by a half. When you take these two halves would, cancel out, and you get half over 1 or just a half. So that's a lot of math for just a half. And so for number five, a penny is tossed. Find the probability that it shows heads. Compare this answer to your answer to number four and explain the results. Well, it would be a half also, but it's a little bit different because this is an independent result. It's independent of anything else happening because it's just the penny being tossed and getting heads out of heads and tails. So that would be 1/2. So moving on down to number seven, a family that is known to have 2 children is selected at random from amongst all families with 2 children. Find the probability that both children are boys, given that there is a boy in this family. I know it's a little bit different in your answers, but I don't know, maybe those answers are wrong. What I got, that's going to be a lot like number 4, where you got a 1 out of 2 times a 1 out of 2, given that the 1 out of 2 has occurred. So once again, these two would cancel out, and you would have 1 out of 2 chance. So there's 1 out of 3 as your answer on the answer key on the back of this page, but I'm not holding too much confidence with that one. For number 9, once again, use these notes. These notes really helped other students as you go through this, your conditional probability notes, to figure this out, where you're going to put those numbers. For number 9, a number is selected at random from a set 1 through 8. Find the probability of odd and the probability of prime and odd. So that conditional, prime first, given A has occurred, odd. So just odd, you have 4 out of 8 or 1/2 or 0.5 or 50%, however you want to do it. So there's 4 out of the 8 are odd. Very easy. And then the prime, so remember that formula, and label, this is my B, this is my A. So that is going to equal A and B together, which is going to be 3 and 8. Things that are prime and odd, there are 3 out of the 8 that are that. Given that A occurred, so A is just odd alone, so there are odd 4 out of 8. So these 8s are just going to cancel out. You're going to end up with 3/4. 3 divided by 4 is, or you just take this fraction divided by that fraction, however you want to do it, and you're going to get 0.75 or 75%. Okay, really hope this helped, and good luck with the even ones.